Number 3, right? 101. Okay. Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have some warrants for your arrest for charges of interfering with judicial proceedings. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date. It's going to be January the 12th, 2026 at 10 a.m. with Judge Hale in Tucson City Court. So you are being released, but you must appear in court at that time. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you. Listen that.
Forrest,
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Gerardo Parra.
I am Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a probation violation and multiple cases out of the city of Tucson. Do you understand why you're here today?
When you say multiple cases out of the city of Tucson, what does that mean?
You have more than one file. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 cases out of the city of Tucson
Okay.
that are pending. What I'm going to do is set your bond at $2,500 cash secured, give you a new court date with Judge Millian on December the 30th at 1:30 p.m. If you post that bond, you will be released, but you must appear in court. I'm also appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. Do you understand those release conditions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Anto.
Can I have your name?
Arianto.
I'll never get the order right. Sir, you're here today. I'm Judge Hazel. You have a warrant out of Superior Court to appear. A warrant was issued for your arrest. And a $5,000 bond was set. It looks like you're also being held on another case in Superior Court. Does the state have a position on release on this matter?
Judge, he is being held on the existing matter, so a bond would be appropriate in this matter for, I would imagine, for time credit purposes as well, and given the history of failing to appear.
Okay, the judge in this case, Judge Fell, set the bond at $5,000 cash secured. Attorney for
Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Apologies.
Go ahead.
We would ask for a lower bond for time credit, Your Honor. He is being held on an $1,100 bond, has thus far been able to pay that. So I think anything beyond that would be well above his financial means. This case was also originally dismissed and then refiled, and there's no information in the file, at least that I was provided, that he was given a chance to appear on this case out of custody. Given that, we would just ask the court impose a nominal bond for time credit.
All right, thank you. I am going to follow the bond set by Judge Fell at $5,000. That'll be cash secured. Pre-trial if bond is posted. I'm going to set this matter for arraignment on next Friday, December the 19th at 1:30 p.m. in Superior Court. Standard conditions of release will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't go to the scene of the crime. So your next court date is next Friday. I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you as well. Your bond has been set, or I affirm the bond amount of $5,000. Good luck to you, sir.
Lewis.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
And Tanya Lewis?
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're also here today because you have a warrant for your arrest out of Superior Court. Looks like you also have a probation hold as well as other felony charges. When you failed to appear, Judge Fell set your bond at $5,000, or the grand jury did. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, we're asking the court to affirm that. She's on felony probation for a sales related case and actually has a disposition hearing in 1 week from now exactly. I don't believe she's being held without bond, at least when I look at the pretrial services report on the probation matter. It looks like somehow she ended up with a bond on that. So we just asked the court to affirm the warrant amount.
Attorney for the defendant.
And Your Honor, I believe from the pretrial services workup, just to be clear, it does not appear that in this case she has failed to appear. It does appear this case refiled yesterday and the warrant issued yesterday, and she was already in custody at that time. I agree with Mr. Goodman that she's being held on a $10,000 bond in the pending probation revocation matter. Given her inability to pay that amount, we would ask the court to impose a nominal bond for time.
All right, thank you. I'm going to affirm the prior bond amount of $5,000 out of Superior Court. I'm going to appoint the office of the legal defender to represent the defendant in further proceedings. Standard release conditions will apply. I am going to set this arraignment on December the 19th at 1:30 p.m. in Superior Court. So ma'am, your bond in this matter is $5,000. You'll have court next week. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah, right.
Hello, Judge. How you doing, man?
Good. What's your name?
I'm Jamarius Walker, man.
Okay, I'm Judge Hazel. Mr. Walker, you have a case for possession of drug paraphernalia out of the city of Tucson. I'm sorry, not out of the city of Tucson. Out of Justice Court. No, Tucson City Court. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of January 12th, 2026 at 9 o'clock in Tucson City Court. So you are being released.
So much good.
Good luck to you, sir. You also have another case. I'm sorry, let's go on to your other case. That's where I made the mistake. You also have a warrant out of the city of Marana. On your Marana warrant, I'm going to release you as well. Give you a new court date of November the 14th at 10 a.m. in Marana City Court. So you're being released on all of your cases. Your new court date are the 12th and the 14th of January, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You have a great day. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Rhonda K. Acton.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have charges out of the city of Tucson. Those charges are assault, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, domestic violence. I'm going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of January the 20th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. with standard release conditions, which include no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime. If you have property at that location, you can return with the police and get that property. So you are being released, but you must make your next court date on January the 20th, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you have a good day. Good luck to you. Hi, how are you? What is your name?
Stephen Lawrence Howard, Your Honor.
I am Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date on December the 19th, along with your other case at 9 o'clock in the morning with Judge Maldonado in Tucson City Court. So you must appear at that time. or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Standard
Thank you.
release conditions will apply, including no alcohol, no drugs, no acts of violence, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you have a great day. You're being released. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Israel Manuel Ortiz.
I am Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have warrants for your arrest from the city of Tucson for criminal damage, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, domestic violence. What I'm going to do is set your bond at $100. I'm going to give you a new court date on December the 19th at 1:45 PM in Tucson City Court by video. Standard release conditions will apply, including no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. I'm also appointing the Office of the Tucson City Public Defender to represent you. If you do post the bond and are released, you must appear on January the 20th, 2026 at 9 AM in Tucson City Court. So I've set your bond at $100. I have given you a new court date of next Friday, and I have appointed the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Good luck to you. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Dylan Cover Rope, 1202.
Okay. Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have warrants for your arrest out of the city of Tucson for criminal damage and disorderly conduct, 2 counts. You failed to appear. What I'm going to do is appoint a public defender to represent you. I'm going to set you for a video review on December the 19th at 1:45 PM. I am going to set your bond at $100 with the release conditions. Don't drive without a license, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, remain law abiding. If you do post the $100 bond, you will be released, but then you must appear on January 12th, 2026 at 2 o'clock. So your bond has been set at $100. If you post it, you'll be released. You'll see the judge at 1:45. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, can I have your name, please?
James Foster.
And we'll be reading of the charges.
Yes, sir, I'm here, Judge Hazel. I'm here today to conduct your initial appearance. You were arrested in Oro Valley today. Does the state have a position in this matter?
Nothing further to add other than a prior conviction for similar conduct.
So you're requesting a bond?
Correct, Your Honor.
We would ask that you release Mr. Foster to pretrial services supervision. It does appear that his last felony arrest was in 2019, and he did successfully complete probation at that time. Given that, we would ask that you give him an opportunity to correct this issue out of custody.
Thank you. I'm going to set the bond at $1,000 cash secured and pretrial if posted. I'm going to set this matter for preliminary hearing on December the 22nd at 1:30 PM. Standard release conditions will apply, including no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent the defendant. So, sir, your next court date is December the 22nd at 1:30 PM. If you post the bond, you will be released. Otherwise, you'll remain in custody until that date. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, Ramirez Adrian is refusing to come.
Okay, we can move him till tomorrow then. I will be here.
Aye.
I will be here in the morning.
Okay, Your Honor.
And Linnea, is the Spanish interpreter on? Oh, thank you.
I didn't write it. You want me to sign it? Stretching. Sir, can I, please?
Señor, ¿qué es su nombre, por favor?
Isaac Edmundo Cañez Íñiguez.
Está Edmundo Gáñez Iníguez.
Sir, you're here today because you have a warrant for your arrest out of Superior Court. You failed to appear. Judge Metzger set a $10,000 cash secured bond. This is-
Señor, ¿está usted aquí? Porque se emite una orden de arresto en su nombre por haberse faltado de comparecer, pues el juez Metzger ordenó una fianza de, and I'm sorry, Your Honor, bond again, the amount.
Judge set the bond at $10,000.
El juez fijó la fianza en $10,000.
Does the state have a position?
Le pregunta al fiscal si tiene una posición.
Your Honor, the state believes a higher bond of $50,000 bond is warranted.
Su señoría, el Estado cree que una fianza más alta de 50,000 se deberá considerar.
I don't believe Judge Metzger had been made aware of the actual facts of the case when the bond was set.
No pienso que el juez Metzger se le hizo saber los hechos del caso cuando él programó esa fianza.
Just real briefly, Judge, there were 3 co-defendants total in this case with firearms, and the victim was pistol whipped and robbed.
Y brevemente, su señoría, había 3 coacusados en este caso. La víctima tenían armas de fuego y robaron a la víctima y le golpearon con arma de fuego.
So that's why the state is recommending the bond that it is.
Está recomendando la fianza alta.
That's all I had, Your Honor.
Es todo, su señoría.
Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, we would
La
ask that
abogada-
you release, oh, I'm sorry, interpreter.
¿Y qué dice la abogada del acusado, la abogada defensor? Go ahead, counselor.
We would ask that you release Mr. Cañez Iníguez to pretrial services or alternatively impose a significantly lower bond.
Su señoría, no estamos pidiendo que usted libere al señor Cañas Iníguez, que sea supervisado por los servicios preprocesales o que le rebaje significantemente esa fianza.
This incident allegedly occurred in September of 2024, so now well over a year ago.
Este incidente se alega que ocurrió en el año 2024, en el mes de septiembre, que es más de un año atrás.
Pretrial services scored him as a 1, a 3 on the NCA scale, and a 2 on the FTA scale.
Y los servicios preprocesales lo clasificaron en la escala número 1, en el número 2 en una escala distinta y el número 3 en una distinta escala.
He has no prior failures to appear of any kind, and pretrial services was able to confirm his full-time employment as well as housing for him.
Él no tiene antecedentes penales y los servicios preprocesales pudieron verificar su empleo de horas completas y su vivienda.
His only prior felony arrest was in 2009. That did not involve any allegations of violence.
El único antecedente penal de delito mayor fue en el año 2009 sin alegaciones de violencia.
And in that case, he was able to successfully complete probation early.
Y en este caso logró terminar su régimen probatorio temprano.
It also appears that he did not receive actual notice of this case, and he's never been previously arrested on these charges.
También parece que él jamás recibió el aviso legal de estos cargos y no ha sido previamente arrestado formalmente para estos cargos.
Given that, Your Honor, again, we would ask for his release to pretrial or a significantly lower bond be imposed.
I'm going to take the following
Bueno.
action in this case.
Y estamos pidiendo que usted dice el juez que va a tomar la siguiente acción en este caso.
I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender I am
Voy a nombrar la oficina de defensor público.
I'm going to impose standard release conditions, including no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime.
Y con las condiciones estándar de liberación, incluyendo no regresar al sitio del delito.
I'm going to set this matter for an arraignment on December the 19th at 1:30 p.m.
Voy a programar el caso para la lectura de cargos el 19 de diciembre a la 1 de la tarde.
I'm going to affirm the bond amount of $10,000.
Voy a afirmar la cantidad de la fianza en $10,000.
That would be cash secured.
Hasta eso es asegurado en efectivo.
Supervision by pretrial services as the bond is posted.
Y se deposita la fianza, entonces tendrá la supervisión de los fiscales.
Also, I'm not inclined to increase the bond. The state had an opportunity to be present at the initial appearance.
Bueno, no estoy dispuesto a aumentar la fianza. El Estado estuvo presente en la comparecencia inicial.
And they can file a motion to change the release conditions if they wish.
Y ellos pueden tramitar una petición para cambiar las condiciones de liberación si ellos lo desean.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Buena suerte, señor.
Thank you.
Entendido.
Thank you.
Can the jail tell,
Can the interpreter be excused?
yeah, I was about to ask.
Oh,
Can the jail tell us if there's anyone else that needs a Spanish interpreter tonight?
He's the only one, right?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry. No other people.
Okay, the interpreter can be excused then.
very well. Thank you. Good night.
Thanks. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Janine Lindblad,
You're here today on charges of criminal damage of greater than $2,000 but less than $10,000. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, recommending $5,000, given the unverified community ties. And it looks like in looking at the criminal history, there's some violent behavior in both felony and misdemeanor offenses.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, given that this offense is a nonviolent property offense, we would ask that you release Ms. Black to pretrial services supervision. Her last felony arrests were in 2017 and 2018. She has no prior failures to appear in the past 2 years. Given that, we would ask that you give her an opportunity on pretrial services supervision.
Thank you. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent the defendant. I'm going to impose the following release conditions.
I'm guilty.
Don't see anything by she's
No contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime, no alcohol, no drugs, remain law abiding, no weapons. Again, appointing the office of the public defender. I'm going to set the bond and the amount of $1,000 cash secured. I'm going to set this matter for an arraignment or, a preliminary hearing on December the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. in Superior Court. If bond is posted, I'm going to set the bond I'm going to order supervision through pretrial services. So ma'am, your next court date is December the 22nd. I've set your bond at $1,000 cash secured. And I have appointed a lawyer to represent you. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Okay.
Coming.
It's today.
Door down the stairs, sit with the females.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
William Thomas Cumming.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today charged with criminal trespass. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, release appears appropriate. It's an eviction type of situation. It's not a random victim or another person victim or anything like that. So even though there's a little bit of a history, release seems appropriate given the nature of the offense.
Attorney for the defendant.
We have no objection to pretrial services release, Your Honor.
Sir, I'm going to release you to pretrial services and set your matter for a preliminary hearing on December the 26th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Standard conditions of release will apply, including no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, no weapons. You'll be supervised through pretrial services. Don't return to the scene of the crime. Don't have any contact with any victims. And I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this matter. Good luck to you. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Sergeant Mountaineer.
I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have 3 court cases before the court, a new felony charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, disorderly conduct, and 2 cases out of justice court. The state have a position on the felony matter?
Your Honor, the state's recommending a $15,000 bond, given the nature of the offense of how he was walking around, with this knife. He's got a violent history, and it looks like he has an issue with showing up to court, given that he has a warrant out of city court and justice court as well.
Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, we would ask that you release him to pretrial services supervision, alternatively impose a significantly lower bond. His only prior felony arrest was in 2017. Given that, we would ask that you give him an opportunity on pretrial.
On the felony matter, I'm going to set the bond at $5,000 cash secured. Conditions of release, appoint the public defender. Don't return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victims. Remain law abiding, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. And that would be through free trial if bond is posted. Again, the preliminary hearing will be on the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Let's go on to his other cases now. He has 2 matters appearing in justice court before we get to the city court matters. Is a disorderly conduct that he failed to appear on. I'm going to set his bond at $1,000 or $100, I'm sorry. Set that matter for Monday, the 15th at 1 p.m. in justice court with Judge Cornejo. Appoint Janet Alschuler to be his attorney. Standard release conditions will apply in that case. Going on to his next justice court case, I'm going to impose the same release conditions. Set him for Monday, the 15th at 1 o'clock in justice court. Also appoint Ms. Altschuler with the same release conditions. Let's go on to his city court case now. He has theft warrants out of the city of Tucson. What I'm going to do in that matter is set the bond at $100 with standard release conditions. Appoint the Office of the Tucson City Public Defender to represent him in all further proceedings. I'm going to set the matter for a video review on December the 19th at 1:45 p.m. in Tucson City Court. That will be with Judge Cranshaw. If he is out of custody at that time, he must appear on January the 8th, 2026 at 2 p.m. in Tucson City Court. Sir, I set bond in your cases. Good luck to you. You'll have court next week, starting on Monday, and then next Friday, and then the following Monday.
Okay.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Sir, I'll go downstairs and email.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Luisa Lopez.
You're here today charged with criminal damage. Does the state have a position in this matter?
Your Honor, the state's recommending a $10,000 bond in lieu of no bond. She is on release for a Well, it appears to just be on paper a personal possession case, but I rejected her from the STEPS program, where in that case, she's in an assisted living facility in a public area, smoking meth and blowing meth smoke in, the residents' faces as they walk by. And here she is on release, again, getting high and victimizing the community. So the state believes a $10,000 bond in lieu of a no bond would be appropriate given the circumstances.
Okay, thank you. Attorney for the defendant?
And we would ask the court to release alternatives, a significantly lower bond. I think $10,000 is effectively going to hold her without giving her inability to pay. So, and from the information Mr. Goodman provided, was previously residing in an assisted living facility. Given that, we would ask that you give her an opportunity on pretrial or alternatively impose a lower bond.
Okay, thank you. What I'm going to do is set the bond at $5,000 cash secured, set this matter for a preliminary hearing on December the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Standard release conditions will apply. Again, the bond, if posted, will release through pretrial services. No contact with any victims. Don't return to the incident location. Also, I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent her in further proceedings. She also has 3 cases out of the city of Tucson. Let's go on to those now. On those matters, I'm going to appoint the Tucson City Public Defender. I'm going to set the bond at $100. Appoint and set the matter for video review on December the 19th, 2026 at 1:45 p.m. with Judge Mayhew. If she is released by that date, she must appear on January the 12th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Again, standard release conditions will apply in these matters. Good luck to you, ma'am. Hi, can I have your name, please? Defense counsel, I think you're muted.
What's wrong? You say
Deanna Nunez.
Ma'am, you're here today charged with criminal trespass. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, this is the co-defendant to essentially what would be an eviction type of case. So release to pretrial services, given the circumstances, would be appropriate.
no objection, Your Honor.
Ma'am, I'm going to release you through pretrial services. I'm going to give you a new preliminary hearing date on December the 26th at 1:30 p.m. Standard release conditions will apply, including don't return to the scene of the crime, have no contact with any victims. I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in all further proceedings. So your next date is the 26th. You must appear in court at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, can a different agency be appointed as her attorney? I believe the co-defendant was appointed to the public defender.
Okay, I can go back and change it. All right, I've done that. Thank you.
To the legal defender?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay. Okay, I'll call pretrial services for Sue Monday. Thank you.
Oh, me, David. I'm gonna go out the door down the stairs, see with the females.
If I could have just a moment here,
I can, what did she say?
if I could just speak with Mr. Olguin very briefly.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
And then my girlfriend's pregnant.
Sir, can I have your name, please?
David Holguin or David Antonio Holguin.
Sir, you're here today charged with possession of narcotic drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. The state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state's recommending a $5,000 bond, given that he's on two separate probation matters out of Maricopa County that have been in warrant status since it looks like September. I'm asking the court to just set a standard PH date with no steps hearing. I've already screened him from the program and I'm rejecting him from that program, Your Honor.
Attorney for the defendant?
Your Honor, we would ask that you release Mr. Holguin to pretrial services supervision. I understand speaking with him prior to the hearing that he did transfer his probation from Maricopa to Pima and has had a significant amount of difficulty getting in touch with his assigned PO. That is something that I've heard from multiple other clients over the past few months who did have to have an intercounty transfer for their probation cases. The two cases that he's on probation for are both for personal possession. He's also only charged in this case with personal possession. And I also understand from Mr. Holguin that his girlfriend is pregnant. He is the primary provider for her. So we would ask that you release him to pretrial services supervision.
Thank you. I'm going to set the bond at $1,000 cash secured, set the matter for a preliminary hearing on December the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. in Superior Court. Standard release conditions will apply, including no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. I am appointing the Office of Public Defender to represent the defendant. Sir, your next court date is December the 22nd. If you post the bond, you will be released. If not, then you'll remain in custody. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, sir, out the door downstairs. Right there.
Sir, can I have your name, please?
Michael Picali, Your Honor.
Sir, you're here today because you have a warrant for your arrest out of Superior Court. You failed to appear in front of Judge Moreau. She set your bond at $500. Does the state have a position?
Your Honor, the state's asking to affirm the warrant amount. If you look at the Maricopa County case that he was recently sentenced to probation on, he was technically on release for that matter. He had to be arrested numerous times locally here to even appear for that Maricopa County matter. So that's why the state believes the bond's warranted.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant?
Your Honor, we would ask that you give Mr. Bickel an opportunity on pretrial services supervision. All of his prior felony arrests are simply for personal possession, including the case that he's currently on probation for. The information and that what he's saying to me right now, Your Honor, is that he did not receive notice of this hearing because he was in rehab at that time. And so I think allowing him to get out of custody and re-engage with his treatment provider would probably best address the issue that prevents him from coming to court. Given that, we would ask that you release him.
Thank you. I'm going to affirm the prior bond amount of $500 and set this matter for an arraignment on December the 19th at 1:30 p.m. in Superior Court. I'm going to appoint the Office of Public Defender to represent the defendant. Standard release conditions will apply. If a bond is posted in this matter, I will direct that he be supervised through pretrial services. Sir, your next court date is in 1 week in Superior Court. If you post the bond, make sure that you make that appearance. Good luck to you.
Yeah. So what do I get now?
Robertson. You're right. I think I never got to speak to the truck.
Sir, can I have your name, please?
Christopher Robertson. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a warrant out of Graham County and you also have 2 warrants out of Pima County Justice Court.
Yeah, we'll waive reading of the charges for their Graham County.
Does the state have a position on the Graham County warrant?
We do not take a position on the out of county warrant, Your Honor.
Bond was previously set at $5,000.
This is me.
What is that?
What is it?
Again, just a moment. Your Honor, we would ask that you release him on the Graham County warrant. It does appear this occurred almost a year ago now in December of 2024. It does also appear he's never been previously arrested in this matter, and I don't believe he actually had notice of the hearings that were set. Pretrial Services was able to confirm that he has housing and he is employed full-time. Given that, we would ask that you give him an opportunity on pretrial services supervision. It does not appear that he has any prior DUI arrests or convictions of any kind.
Thank you. I'm going to affirm the bond amount of $5,000, cash secured, pretrial bond is posted. I'm going to set this for review on December the 29th to make sure that either the bond has been posted and he's appeared there, or in the alternative, the respective counties have made transportation arrangements. For your next, Pima County will notify Graham County that you're available for pickup. Let's talk about your two warrants out of Pima County. On both warrants, I'm going to set your bond at $100. I'm going to appoint Janet Alschuler to be your attorney on both cases. I'm going to set your matter for a hearing on Monday, December the 15th at 1 p.m. in Justice Court. Standard release conditions will apply with that $100 bond. You will see her by video on Monday on both cases. So your total bond is, yes?
Go ahead. My apologies.
So your total bond is in the amount of $5,200, sir. Good luck to you.
And Your Honor, Mr. Robertson wanted to ask the court if the court would reconsider the $5,000 bond on the warrant. I understand that his dog is locked inside his home and he's concerned about his dog's health if he does remain.
I've made my ruling. He can, I'll direct detention to let animal control know. Thank you.
He's going back to fit.
Yeah. Come. All right. So, buddy, you're gonna stand up.
All right.
You go out the door, down the stairs, sit with the man.
So clear, I should think so.
Sir, can I have your name, please?
Daniel Salazar.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today charged with domestic violence, aggravated assault, unlawful imprisonment. That's what you're before the court for. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $50,000 bond with pretrial services, given the criminal history, which includes domestic violence offenses and or violent offenses, as well as the Form 4C indicating a high risk.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, we would ask that you release Mr. Salazar to pretrial services supervision. Pretrial services was able to speak to the alleged victim, in this case, Ms. Gonzalez. She indicated that she was not injured, that she would like to have further contact with Mr. Salazar, and that he is welcome to return to the residence as she will no longer be residing there. So she was able to confirm for pretrial services that he does have housing separate and apart from the alleged victim in this case. While Mr. Salazar does have prior DV convictions, it does appear that he was able to successfully, at least for the misdemeanors, have those set aside and successfully completed probation. He also let me know that he does have a severe hypertension issue that does require medical care, and he's concerned that he will not receive that care inside the jail. Given that, we would ask that you release him to pretrial services supervision, alternatively impose a significant bond.
Please,
Thank you. I'm going to
please.
the following actions in this matter. I'm going to set the matter for preliminary hearing on December the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to set the bond at $20,000 cash secured. Pretrial if bond is posted. Following release conditions will apply. Don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with any victims, and don't return to the scene of the crime. I am appointing the office of the public defender to represent the defendant in all further proceedings. So your next court date is December the 22nd. Your bond is $20,000. Good luck to you.
I believe that was our last hearing, Your Honor.
Yes. Everybody have a good evening.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good night.